Rajan, Shivoham, Parvati Amma, Gaurish, Motkula Anand, Shivoham, Bridget, Shivashankar, Sagairaj, Atmatray, Shivoham, Samita, Dasi Budrani, Shivoham, Rajendra, Manoj, Shivoham. Rais, welcome to the call. Tanu Chopra, Shivoham to all of you. And the question somebody asked me today, which I share with you, they asked me, what does man seek? Every man wants to be happy. Have you ever seen a man who says, I want to be unhappy? No, right? Every man wants to be happy. But is man happy? Man is not happy. Man is not happy because man thinks success is happiness. Man is not happy because man is chasing happiness. Man wants pleasure. And pleasure is not happiness. Then man tries to get peace. He lives the life of fulfillment and contentment. He tries to attain peace, but he is still unhappy because nobody can escape from suffering. This is what the Buddha said. The Buddha said, this world is dukkha. This world is dukkha means this world is full of suffering. Every body has pain. The body has pain. The mind suffers. The mind has fear and worry. The ego suffers. Anger, hate, revenge, jealousy. We all suffer, my dear friends. And the only way to escape from suffering is what? The only way to escape from suffering is enlightenment. That's why we are on this call every day. Every day we are on this call of enlightenment, and today we have a very interesting question. I don't know how many of you have paid attention to the question. The question today is, what happens when enlightenment is just a thought? Anybody wants to answer? It's a very intelligent question. What happens when enlightenment is just a thought? What happens when enlightenment is just a thought? Yes, my dear friends. Anybody would like to? Yes, please.
Kumar Swami here.
Yes, sir. Kumar Swami. Namaskar.
Namaskar, Guruji. Namaskar. Sir, this thought of enlightenment, it is seed level of desire. I can say that it is seed level of desire. See, all thoughts of the enlightenment, the thought of enlightenment indicates that the state of the mind and purification of the mind. A good thought indicates that the milestone of his soul evolution. Good thoughts like enlightenment is a progressive path of enlightenment journey. And for purification of the mind, we are doing so many of good karmas and bhakti and everything we are doing. So the thought of enlightenment itself is a good, it indicates the purification of his mind. So always we should have such a good thought, then only it is very easy to move in the path of enlightenment instead of having a bad thoughts.
Excellent.
That is this thing.
Excellent. But what happens when enlightenment is just a thought? Ashok Nichani. What happens when enlightenment is just a thought?
Sir, if it is Shivam, sir,
Shivoham.
If it is just a thought, we should convert it into a reality.
How? Excellent. Excellent. How?
To reach enlightenment, the path of enlightenment we have to follow.
So how do you do that? How do you, what must happen?
We will have to take it seriously. We will have to shut off our mind from the desires of the world.
So what did we call this? That day, what did we say? We have to make it the priority. Not a priority, but the priority. But still, I want you all to think a little deeper. What happens when enlightenment is just a thought?
Guruji, pranam.
Pranam. Bolo.
Guruji, I feel when it is in thought, it is only theoretical knowledge.
Good.
It is not real. Only we are enlightened when we walk on that path. When we follow all the instructions that you give, we should remove our ignorance. We feel that we are body, hum kuch nahi leke aaye, na kuch leke jayenge. When we realize all this, Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, then only we are enlightened. Knowing is different. It is only theory part. Unless
Very
and
good.
until we realize it, then we will be enlightened.
Excellent. But how? So what will happen? So I'm asking, what happens when
Ah.
enlightenment is just a
Self-realization.
thought? You have told the answer.
Ah.
But what
Shivam,
happens when
sir.
enlightenment is not a thought? Kiran, what happens when enlightenment is not a thought? Atmatrai, come next, please.
When enlightenment is not a thought, then we live in ignorance. We live in darkness.
No, you're going away from. You're going minus from. I'm saying when you go beyond a thought, then what happens?
Then we get enlightenment. When we are trying for that path, we will get enlightened.
Okay, good attempt. Atmatrai, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. State of enlightenment is beyond body and mind.
Correct.
The thought is only up to mind. The enlightenment is beyond that.
Good.
That
Very
it
good.
is not a thought. It is enlightenment is not a thought. It is a
Then
a
what is-
reality.
then what?
It is a truth, and it is never delayed. It is never.
You are not getting the word. You are. I think you know the answer, but you're not getting the word. Anybody else wants to try? Then I have to move forward on Ask Care.
Shivoham.
Shivoham, Rajendra.
So what happens when enrollment is just a thought, that one cannot achieve enlightenment at all? Enlightenment is a function of taking certain actions in terms of becoming yogi. If it is just a thought, then a human being will be deprived of doing the karma of being a yogi. So if it is just a thought, what will happen is nothing will happen. And the human being will continue be body, mind and ego. If it is just a thought, then.
So what should we do to take it forward?
We need to be yogi, as you have already taught us.
Very good. Very
We
good.
need
Very
to
good.
be
Very
yogi
excellent.
every moment.
Rajendra has come very close. Very close. Rajendra, you have come and you have opened the door. You have to just take one more step forward. Who is going to take that one step forward in the group?
Shivam, sir.
Shivam, Sudeep.
So I think that step could be, if it is a thought, then at least we have moved from that 99% of the people who do not know anything about enlightenment.
Correct.
They do not know that they do not know.
Correct.
People who have enlightenment in their thought, they at least know that they do not know. So
Very
they have
good.
taken that one big step. Now to activate it, I think the step number one would be neti neti. To convert that thought into action, the first thing that we
But
need to
suppose-
realize is that we are not the body. Because the moment we realize we are not the body, then we can move forward.
But suppose neti is just a thought.
Let me try it. Whether I'm right or not. I feel one should be an instrument of the Lord. Everything that we do as a Lord doing it, not you.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely. But how can you remain an instrument of God? Dasi, what you say is correct. But
Yes,
suppose
how-
you want to be an instrument of God, and that your wanting to be an instrument is only a thought. How do you go forward?
But one
is to be
needs to
converted.
practice
It is
and
to
see
convert
that
it.
everything is God's doing. So
Correct.
one should really attempt to do it.
So what you're saying is correct.
Maybe at the beginning it could be just a thought, but
Yeah.
then gradually, if you really believe in it, you think it's God. You feel God is doing everything.
You're absolutely right. But suppose you only think God is doing everything. Suppose that is only a thought. Then what happens?
It is to be
Then of
converted.
course.
Yes, Rajan. That is also very close. All of you are very close.
Shiva,
Shiva.
that thought is to be transformed into action. Then
Correct,
only we will get the benefit.
but it's not getting into action. It's remaining only. What happens when enlightenment is only a thought? Then what do we do?
If it remains a thought, it is just like a fruit which we cannot pluck.
Okay. Do you want the answer?
It-
Should I
it-
give you the answer?
It remain like a thought itself.
Even I
not-
want to say surrender to God.
Girish,
Namaste.
Girish, please.
When we are able to go beyond that thought and situate ourselves in consciousness and
Uh-huh.
become observer of everything. And even if we need to do any action, we need to be in one or other type of yoga all throughout.
Therefore, when enlightenment should not be a thought, what it should be?
A yoga.
Yeah, yoga. It will be yoga when Girish, when will it become yoga, Girish?
When we become observer
Consciousness.
of what is happening,
When the right answer, Girish has said, when the
Yes.
thought becomes consciousness.
yes,
When the thought becomes consciousness, then you become conscious, Dasi, that you are an instrument of God. It's not
Correct,
a
yeah.
thought that you're an instrument of God. You become conscious.
Conscious, okay.
You become conscious that you're in yoga. Yoga should not be a thought.
Okay.
Yoga must be consciousness. What is consciousness? Consciousness is awareness. Consciousness is that experience. So
Mhm.
when it's a thought, you know what happens? What is the problem with the thought? The thought will come and the thought will go. The thought doesn't remain. You'll agree with me? The problem
Yes.
with the thought is it just comes in a flash and it goes.
Correct.
But
yeah.
consciousness does not come in a flash and go. Consciousness remains, my dear friends. Therefore, what happens when enlightenment is just a thought? You know what happens? The samsara defeats us. But when enlightenment becomes consciousness, then we are in Sat Chit Anand. We are in that state of Sat Chit Anand. That is our goal, my dear friends. We
Okay.
want to make on this call, you know what, when you come on this call every day, your goal is to make enlightenment more and more a part of your consciousness.
Mhm.
Don't let it be knowledge. Yeah, but some of you said it's just, no, it's knowledge. Everybody, books, knowledge is available in books. Knowledge is available in so many people can give big speeches. Not enough. We need to be conscious. I'm an instrument of God. We need to be conscious. I am nothing. We need to be conscious. Oh, this body is just a garment. It's like my shirt. We need to be conscious. I am just a manifestation of God. This is the challenge, my friends. Let us move enlightenment from a thought to a state of consciousness. Over to you. Thank you. Thank you for the interesting interaction. Now question answers.
Amitash.
Shivoham Master, am I audible?
Yes, yes. Bolo. Tell me.
Master, is enlightenment something that God advises as a goal of human life? This is my first question, Master.
God, see, what do you mean by God advises? God has created you. No, God has created you, correct?
Yes,
God
Master.
is not constantly advising us. God has created Amitash, and God has given Amitash an intellect. And God has told Amitash, you have got an intellect, you have got a buddhi. You use the buddhi. I don't need to guide you. I have given you an instrument of discrimination. I have not given this instrument to a dog. I have not given this instrument to a pig. I have not given that instrument to a tree. God says, I have given you the instrument of discrimination. So Amitash, you don't need God's guidance. You need to use your intellect.
Master, thank you, Master. Master, just one question. Master, just a follow-up. Is this what I mean to say is this a figment of creation by a saint or by some religious section, or is this something that God created, Master?
No. Okay. Hold on. This is not what God created. Let me explain to you. Man is chasing achievement to be happy. Man wants pleasure to be happy. Man is not happy. Then man wants to be satisfied. He tries to live with contentment and fulfillment. Still, he is not happy. Why is man not happy? Because he experiences pain of the body, he experiences misery of the mind and agony of the ego. Man experiences this triple suffering because of ignorance. How does he overcome ignorance? Through enlightenment. So man has himself found out, man has realized the way to eternal happiness is enlightenment. This is man's own realization through his intellect.
Okay, now I understood, Master. Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
Next question, please, Administrator.
Any live questions?
Any live question, please, before we go to typed and query. You have a typed question?
Yes, sir. From Jyotri.
Yes.
When we are in yoga, we should be in total silence from both outside and inside. However, while being in yoga, where to keep our concentration? In our eyes, breath, or where so?
When you are in yoga, you don't need to keep any concentration. When you're in yoga, you are already united with God. You need not to keep your concentration. You need to switch off your concentration. Because what you're talking about concentration, Jyotri, is that of the mind. When you're in yoga, you go beyond the mind. You don't try to do yoga with the mind. You cannot do yoga with the mind. When do you do yoga? You switch off the mind and again you reach that state of consciousness. Your question relates to today's discussion. When you reach that state of consciousness, you become conscious of God. You become conscious of God everywhere. Jidhar dekhu, bas tu hi tu. You see God in the sun, the moon, the stars, the birds, the animals, the flowers. You see God everywhere. That is consciousness. You don't have to concentrate. You don't have to think God is everywhere. You experience God everywhere. It becomes consciousness. This is exactly what I said. When enlightenment is just a thought, then you try to concentrate on enlightenment. No, you don't need to concentrate. Okay, then can I ask you a question, my dear friend? Do you concentrate to smell through your nose? Do you concentrate to smell through your nose? Do you concentrate to see through your eyes? You don't need to concentrate to see through your eyes. Your eyes see. Your nose smells. Your ears hear. You don't need to concentrate to hear. Sudeep, you right? Get it or not? Because it's no more a thought of hearing. You are conscious of hearing. You are conscious of seeing. You are conscious of smelling. My dear friends, we need to reach that state of consciousness. Live questions. Okay, there's a typed question. Please read that out.
Karan Singh, what is detached attachment? Please explain in a more detailed way.
Detached attachment is when it seems you are attached, but actually you're detached. Detached attachment means you show that you love somebody a lot. You really show, but you are not hurt by that person's actions. Detached attachment means you love without any expectation. The moment you are attached, you have expectation. The moment you are attached, you are hurt. The moment you are attached, you become a slave. When you are detached, you become the master. How you become the master? Because you are detached. Remember the story? I'll give you a quick story of what happened. When Swami was walking with his followers, and there was a man hanging on the tree. And he was saying, "Save me, save me, save me." He was hanging on the tree, singing on the tree. So the followers told the Guru, that man is saying, "Save me, save me. We should save him." The Guru said, come on, let us go. Let's not waste time on him. Then the people asked the Guru, why? The Guru said, that fool, he climbed the tree to pluck fruits. He's clinging on the tree. If he wants to save me, he can leave the tree. He will fall. Nothing will happen. He will be free. He is clinging on the tree. When you are clinging on the tree, then you are not free. Will you remember? When you are clinging on the tree, then you are not free. Then why are you asking to be detached when you yourself are being attached? So detached attachment means make yourself free. What does it mean? Another word, let go. Let go. Remember, again, it needs enlightenment. Become conscious. Nothing is mine. Nobody is mine. Why are you so attached to somebody or something? Why are you so attached? Why don't you realize that tomorrow if you go, when it's end of the show, nothing is yours, nothing is mine. We keep on saying mine, me, I. Why are we being so foolish? Is it a big mystery that nothing is ours? It's such a simple thing. When it becomes a simple thing, you are detached. When it's difficult to let go, then you are attached. So although you may be the owner of many things, you should have detached attachment. You should not be hurt if something that you are seems that you're attached, if you lose it. Chalta hai, it's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Next question, please.
Guruji, Pranam Guruji. I want to ask, yesterday when you were talking about karma and everything, 1 hour I felt I am transported to land of enlightenment. And when I listen to your bhajans or your on Facebook, any program, I feel I am enlightened at that time. But after that, again the same sansar. Why it is like this?
Because enlightenment is just a thought. Because enlightenment for you has not become part of your consciousness. When
Then
enlightenment...
How it will become?
So it will become through realization. It will become through realization. Okay, when somebody comes and rings your doorbell and then they say, "Tumhara ye badi bhabhi aa gayi hai," and then you say, "Acha, Zoom call ko goli maro. 1 hour I'm not going to be on Zoom call." That means you're pulled away by samsar. Why are you pulled away by samsar? Don't be pulled away by things that don't matter. You must make enlightenment the priority of your life. Don't make enlightenment just one of the priorities of your life. Many people are making enlightenment one of the priority. No, my friends, when you make it one of the priority, it will only be in your thought.
No, Guruji, I don't think like that. I think it is major. But still not, we cannot attain that what we want.
Then you need to have mumukshutva. You must keep crying and telling God, God, I want you, God, I want you. Then he will tell you how to do it.
Okay, thank you.
Next question,
Shivoham.
please. Tanu.
Shivoham Guruji. Guruji,
Shivoham.
I wanted to ask you that as an individual, we are complete in ourselves, or do we need other things, other people to make us feel that we are complete?
We are complete, but we don't know we are complete. We are complete, but we are ignorant that we are complete. We are complete because God is inside the temple of our heart, but we are searching in the temple and the church and the monastery. You get the point? We are complete, but we become incomplete because of ignorance.
But why we feel more secured when we are with our family, with our children, with our parents? We feel then we are complete.
Because of Maya. Because you become part of the Leela. Because you start thinking that this show is real. Then when you think this, it's just like in a dream. In a dream, do you think the dream is real, or you think the dream is not real when you're dreaming?
Not real.
No, when you're dreaming.
That time it is real.
So now you're feeling complete in this Maya because you're thinking all this is real. But in reality, this is not real. One day you will leave everything and you will go. Okay, next question, please.
Thank you, Guruji. Shivoham.
Thank you, Shivoham. Next question.
Shivam.
Atmatra, yes, sir.
Shivam to all. Yes,
Yes, sir.
I'm audible. Yes.
You are very audible.
Okay. Sir, life realization is getting the purpose of life or something more.
Life realization is moving from knowledge of life to realization of life. Life realization means we all know that we come with nothing, we take with nothing. We all know that all these relationships in the movie of life are just one drama. We all know, but we don't realize. We all know that we are not the body, but we don't realize. So life realization means making that knowledge about life real. Making that knowledge real means you should again become conscious that today may be the last day. Many of you are saying, no, tomorrow we will do like this. No, next week we will do like this. No, next year we will do like this. Many of you are thinking we will do it after 5 years. I will be enlightened after 2 years. I will change my life after 3 years. What is the guarantee you'll be here after 3 months? But you don't realize it. You know it. Atmatrai, we know it, but we don't realize it. This needs life realization. There is no realization because we are filled with ignorance, because we have learned all fairy tales, all myth. Therefore, we are not able to realize. We have to open our real eyes. Any more questions?
I have typed question.
Yes, please.
Ahan is asking, how can I connect my soul to another person spiritually?
How can I connect my soul to another person spiritually? You are already connected. You are already connected. But because your body thinks you are the body, your mind thinks you are the mind, your ego thinks you are the ego, the body, mind, and ego disconnects you. Your soul and my soul and everybody on this call, we all have one soul. That soul is the supreme soul. We are all part of one supreme divine energy. You are asking how we should be connected when we are already connected. If you want to be connected, the answer is be disconnected body to body. Be disconnected mind to mind. Be disconnected ego to ego. Because of ego, I think I am different from you. That is why there is war in this world. Why is there war? Why there are fights? One religion and another religion, one country, another country. Why there is war? Because of ego. The moment you drop the ego, then we are all the same divine soul. We are already connected. We don't need to connect one soul to another soul, my dear friends. It is just like saying, it is just like one wave in the ocean asking, how can I am a wave? How can I connect to another wave? Should the wave have to ask? How can I am a wave? I am in the ocean. How can I connect another wave? When the wave understands I am not the wave, I am the ocean, then I am already connected to all the waves in the ocean. All the waves come from the ocean, go back into the ocean. There is no wave. The wave is an illusion. Therefore, when we are trying to connect our soul, we are in the state of mind. When we become conscious that we are not the mind, we are the soul, we become connected to the divine. There's oneness to the whole universe. The problem is to drop the mind. And the funny thing is, you try to find the mind. Where is the mind? You cannot find. You can find the nose, you can find the ears, you can see the picture of the brain, you can see MRI of the heart. Has anybody seen the photo of the mind? Not the brain. Have you seen photo of the mind? There is no photo of the mind, because the mind you cannot find. The mind is just an appearance. It appears, it is just a bundle of thoughts. My dear friends, let me spend the next 2-3 minutes before I close to tell you the secret. Move from thought level to consciousness level. Please do not be a slave of your thoughts. Please try to switch off your thoughts. Please spend time in silence, observing the reality of life. Spend time observing your breath. What is this breath? How am I breathing? Spend time watching somebody's death. That person died. Where did he go? They burnt his body. Why they burnt his body? He was not the body. He is not the body. He left the body. That means even I am not the body. One day I will leave the body. Please try to become conscious of this. Don't remain in the thought state. When you try to move from thought to consciousness, then you have reached that state of enlightenment. You need to reach that state of enlightenment, the state of realization. You must become a witness. You must become an observer. That is why it is called Chitta. Chitta means consciousness. Become conscious. How do you become conscious? By switching off the mind. The mind is a monkey. M-O-N-K-E-Y. Cut the tail. E-Y. The mind is ever yelling, ever yearning. You know what my Guruji told me? What my Dadaji told me? He said, spend time in silence. Spend time in silence. He used to spend hours in silence. We human beings, I'm sure many of you, you find it difficult to spend 10 minutes in silence. You find it difficult to spend 1 hour in silence. How will you reach that state of consciousness? If you want that state of consciousness, switch off. Switch off. Cut the tail that is ever yelling and ever yearning. I want this, I want to eat this, I want to buy this, I want to wear this, I want to drive this, I want this, I want this, I want this. The mind is going on yelling. The mind is going on yearning. Silent the monkey mind. Remove the junk, make it a monk. Remove the junk, make it a monk. Kill the mind before the mind kills you. The mind is a rascal. The mind is a rascal. It is your biggest enemy. As long as you are depending on your mind, there can be no enlightenment. Go beyond mind. Go from mind state to consciousness state. If anybody has a comment, otherwise I would like to close. My dear friends, you are all very close to that step of enlightenment. You are all very close. You know, all you need to do, let me tell you a small story before I close. Why I'm taking 1 more minute. You know who invented the telephone? You know who invented the telephone? Anybody knows?
Graham Bell.
Graham Bell.
Graham Bell.
Alexander Graham Bell.
Graham Bell invented the telephone, but actually Graham Bell did not invent the telephone. Graham Bell took the apparatus that was made by a man called Edmund Rice. Edmund Rice made the entire telephone. The only problem in Edmund Rice's telephone was that you could send one voice. I could speak to you, then you could speak to me like a walkie-talkie. You know what Graham Bell did? Graham Bell came with a screwdriver and he just turned that screw by 1/4 of an inch. When he turned the screw 1/4 of the inch, from intermittent current, it became continuous current, and the telephone was invented. The case went to the Supreme Court of America. In the Supreme Court of America, there was a big discussion. Who invented the telephone, Graham Bell or Edmund Rice? And the Supreme Court gave the verdict, Graham Bell. The Supreme Court said, Edmund Rice did not turn the screw quarter of an inch. Because he did not turn the quarter of an inch, Edmund Rice was a failure. Graham Bell turned the screw. Why did I tell you this story before I end it? You all have to turn the screw quarter of an inch. All you've got to do is you are very close to enlightenment. Turn that screw. Find out which is the screw you must turn, and turn that screw, and you will attain that state of enlightenment. I bow down to all of you for coming on this call every day and look forward to your presence tomorrow. Shivoham, Shivoham. God bless you all. Shivoham.